Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on when you're watching this, and welcome back to Agrarian Skies. So behind me you will see all of my wonderful jars of Essentia that I have been gathering. And as you see behind the jars of Essentia that I've been gathering, those are the jars of surplus Essentia that I don't need. So I've actually done very well. I've been able to balance my my boiling off of different elements to only have a few sort of extras or excess. And I thought I'd better just start this episode by showing you how you should actually do it, based on the fact that I did it catastrophically badly last time. So I know for the silverwood, because I'm going to make a silverwood wand eventually, I know that I'm going to need one of each of the core elements and some precantatio. So I know based on that fact that precantatio is in each of the shards. And I have 79 entropy shards because I was messing with collecting them from smashing things to bits. So that gives me some Preditio as well. I think it is the one. So we need 8. So look, we might as well find out because it's literally there, isn't it? Is it 8? 9. We need 9 of each. So I'm going to have to collect 10. So considering each of these is 2, collect 5. Now, what we need to make this work is you need warded jars, and you need some of these jar labels. Now, these were revolutionary when I looked at them while reading the Thermicon. So they're very easy to make. It's literally just some slime, some ink, and paper, and that gives you 4. And you can label them specifically with your jars of Essentia, but we'll come to that later on. Now, the mistake is don't put the jars down first. Don't put the jars down first. Put your item into here and let it start to cook up. Because what it'll do is it'll start to split the essences off into each of these, as you can see. Now, if I take the label and I click the little square, which you'll see on the front of each of these alembics, it then locks it to that. So I lock that to that and lock that to that. I can now put my jars down. Pop, 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 and it will siphon off the Essentia into the appropriate jar. Now that was very quick and very easy. So that would give me my 10 Preditio, my 10 Precantatio, and my 5 Vitreous. Now, obviously, this is now not needed anymore. I've got my my serpent lizard. I can take that jar away, and I can put it down at the back here for now. So if I was to then have a look at grabbing a different shard to get a different element, I've got 14 of that one. So this should give me some of these terror in this one. Now, obviously, if I leave that there and I put that into there, it's going to boil it off and say, oh, well, I can't do anything. But it will still be able to put the others into their jar. So if I take this label off by shift-clicking it, it then randomly picks one. Now, luckily, it randomly picked the right one. So I can put it under there, and then the terror goes into there, or aqua. Terror is the green one. I'm still learning these names. Okay, so it's actually a much more efficient and effective way of gathering your Essentia if you use this system properly. And so technically now, hopefully, if I was to continue doing that with the other shards, which I need to go and gather, I will be able to very quickly build up the collection for what I need for the next infusion ritual. But I want to get the Greatwood sapling first, so which you may have seen from the chest I've been preparing for. So I have a need for witchwater, shimmer leaves, cinder pearls, and a jungle sapling. Now, the only thing I haven't actually checked, I better put the spare labels back into there, and the spare jars into there, and obviously I'll collect that in a second. So let's just put my unneeded wand down, and let's just make sure I've got a jungle sapling. I have, so we've got one jungle sapling, but what I want to do, and I will put full credit to another YouTuber, Purple Mentat, whose video I recently watched, who gave up this piece of information. But you can use hoppers to help make your infusions a little bit more safe. So if I put a hopper down onto each of these pedestals, it has to be symmetrical. Don't forget this whole system has to be symmetrical. When you do the infusion rituals and things that you need to do, there's a chance that it will kick the items off the pedestal, which obviously then breaks the infusion ritual and breaks the whole process. But if you have hoppers down like this, and let's say we grab our witchwater and our shimmer leaf, so we have a need. Let's just remind myself of what the formation is for the ritual. It's 3, 3, and then either side with that in the middle. So if we need, I'm guessing it's going to be like that one, that one, and that one. So if we put those in there, if we then put one of these spare ones into each of these, if this one gets taken off, I get it back like that, you see that it actually puts it in there. So it will immediately replace it. So I've forgotten already which way around it was. So cinder pearl on the left. Okay. So if we put, for example, 3 cinder pearls in there, 1 goes on there and 2 stay in the hopper. And if we put 3 shimmer leaves in there, and then we should just have to put 2 buckets of witch water, 1 into each of these, and that should be set up. Now there's a good chance this is going to go wrong, because there's clearly a good chance that I don't know what I'm talking about, I don't know what I'm doing, and something's catastrophically going to not do what I expect it to do. But I'm desperately hoping that I've set everything up correctly and I've formatted everything in the correct way so that this will work. So it's literally a case now of smacking the middle bit and hoping for the best, I think. Oh, yes, it's doing something anyway. It's going to start drawing the essentia out of the jars, so they are in range. That's good. And reason why I've got the crystals laid out on the top, as you can see the wonderful colours and the formation knives, is because this is a dangerous, based on what the Thermomicon tells me, this is a dangerous instability level. So that means there's likely to be things like lightning bolts and all sorts of other horrible things coming out of this this infusion. As you can see, it's already started to go catastrophically wrong. So I haven't got anything in my hand to use. So let's just replace that. Has gone all kinds of wrong, hasn't it? So we hopefully can see that it stopped. So it got broken up. So where did the spare 2 that are in there? So unfortunately the ritual failed catastrophically because there was far too much mess. So I'm going to have to clean all this up, and then I'll be back in a second and we'll try again. I'm going to have to go and get some more essentia as well. So I'll sort this all out and we'll be back ready to try again in a moment. Okie dokie, so we're back, and as you can see everything is set back up again. Now I was going to go into a long introduction as to how this worked and what I did wrong, but let's see if it actually works correctly this time. Oh. Ah. The jungle sapling is gone. That might be a good start. I don't think you can lose the jungle sapling though, can you? I don't think the middle bit will take it away. So let's try this again. Okay, so we need to be on our guard. They did exactly the same thing again. But luckily, the pink slime has not knocked it off, if that makes sense. It has now knocked it off. So that's not gone well. Okay, so we've got some pink slime on the go over here. Basically that's all I've got to do. I've just got to be quick to keep... Oh, the cinder pearl's been knocked off as well. Got to try and be quick to keep everything going. And basically I'm just going to have to react and see if I can get it all sorted. There's a good chance I won't. There's a good chance I'm doing something very obviously wrong. But for now, it's absorbing all of the essentia that it needs. It doesn't like, for some reason, it doesn't like this corner. So the cinder pearl is back on board. I haven't been zapped yet, which is what I'm waiting for. Probably should have brought an extra bucket of witch water with me in my inventory, just in case. Oh, caused a bit of lag there. Oh, game's going crazy. Not sure what's happening. There we go. There was a shot of lightning. That was key. That was the. That's why there you go, another one. That's why the crystals are there. Oh, there you go. It zapped the witch water off this pedestal. Luckily, the hopper put it back on again. Ow! There you go. I did get zapped. I knew I would. So the crystals aren't going to absorb all of it, apparently. But they're doing a good enough job so far. So it's doing what it needs to do when it comes to the old gathering of Essentia. There's still a good chance that this won't work and it's all going to fall apart and you'll hear a grown man cry. But I believe I've set this up correctly, and if it works, I might need to expand upon the because it's such a dangerous ritual. This is probably a very bad place to start as my first ever infusion ritual, because basically what I'm saying here is let's go from never having done one of these rituals before to taking on something which is extremely dangerous. And surprise! Don't take it from over there. That's just annoying. You need 64. There's a jar of 64 here. You decided to pull it from the back. So I'm assuming you're going to do the same with the Petitio then. You're going to take it out of that one just to irritate me. So a quick lap to make sure if we haven't lost any on the ground. No, seems good. So far, so good. Oh crap! What was that? Did that take anything away? No, that seems to be okay. Just random explosions. Which ones are taking? There we go. Lost a shimmer leaf. So basically, the noises helps me work out whether it's not one off or not. So the crystals are absorbing a lot of lightning, but clearly not enough lightning because it's still zapping some of these. Right. So what's it up to now? So it's now on to its production. Yeah, it's taking it from the back. That's annoying. So clearly when oh, that was gas. The gas isn't going to escape as such because it's going to sit under the crystals, which is annoying. Again, I'm not really sure how to get rid of gas. So it's down to 11. Okay, it's like everything it needs. Is it going to work? So it's now taking the witch water. Good. One more bucket of witch water needed. Good. Oh, headset's died. That's what it is. It's my headset that's causing problems. So hopefully the commentary's still going to work. Why is it not done? It's not finished. Has it finished? Oh, great, what's happening? I got really concerned then because it just stopped making any noise. But of course, it's going to just keep putting more cinder pills and things into the pedestal, isn't it? Obviously. Fantastic. Let's claim my empty buckets and just get it all looking pretty. So yes, we have the Greatwood sapling. This one used both. Oh, so it did. There you go. The hopper saved the day then. So hopper saved the day. And that one used 2. So yes, we did. We did need the hopper system. Okay, I'm not really sure what to do with the gas. Can I just, put a block down and get rid of it? Like so. Because that clearly makes the gas more annoying than the liquid, because the gas can't escape. So maybe I should put the crystals towards the side. I don't know. Anyway, let's ignore that, because the most important thing is I have a Greatwood sapling. Ta-da! Again, like the silverwood, which I did cut down because I didn't know if the silver was interfering in any way, it will now spend a lot of time growing. Because it's going to spend a lot of time growing, it's probably a good point to show you what I did do. What's this? A cloud? Why am Why is there a block of cloud? Is that... Oop, I don't really understand the block of cloud. But anyway, we'll just get rid of the gas by blocking it up and then breaking it. Seems like the most unreasonable but unrealistic, but most quick and efficient way of getting rid of it all. And then, yes, of course, it's going to get picked up apparently by the hoppers. But what you need to do, or what you should be doing, what I did wrong. Oh, no cloud up here. So clearly, something to do with clouds happens when you're doing infusion crafting. But underneath or above, you're allowed to, or around, which is probably what I need to do, you're allowed to use other items to try and help reduce the danger. So underneath, within 5 blocks of underneath, which is what I did wrong first time around because they were much further away than I thought they were allowed to. I thought it was 12 blocks, it was only 5. I've set up a symmetrical sort of like room full of skulls and nitor. You can also use candles, the Thermcraft candles and the crystals as well. But basically, because this is within 5, it takes away some of the danger. It didn't take very much of the danger because this is a particularly dangerous, obviously, infusion. But it means that it's just less dangerous. Obviously, the crystals above are designed to absorb the lightning, but I can see now that that causes me problems with the gas. So I might move the or remove the roof and instead place the crystals towards the side. I don't know. I haven't decided. But we have what we came for, which is the Greatwood sapling, and hopefully that means we can then grow the Greatwood. But in a break between episodes, based on a previous request, in the next episode I'm going to leave Thermcraft behind for a while, because I have a feeling that tree is going to take quite a few episodes to grow, maybe, and I'm going to do something with what you're starting to see in the background. So there are things going on, and I'm preparing to do something with whatever this may be, and so I will leave you on a cliffhanger. And I will say in the next episode, something new is going to happen, something interesting, unless you've seen anyone else do it, in which case it might not be interesting. But be prepared. Hint, hint. Bye for now.